Hey nerds, Alex here from Nerds Being Geeks. That's right, 16 months for this book to come back. Let's get into it. Before we get into the video, please like, share, and subscribe to Nerds Being Geeks. If you like this graded comic book content, I got a couple of CBCS videos also, and I do my pull list, I do random comic book hauls, I do a lot of stuff. Alright, so before we get into the details of why I waited 16 months for this book to come back at CGC, I might as well show it off. So the book I waited 16 months to come back from CGC is Raphael #1. The first appearance of Casey Jones in the first miniseries for TMNT. If you know anything about Nerds Being Geeks, we're a big fan of the turtles here. I mean, the last Comic-Con I went to, I cosplayed as Casey Jones. And Raphael is my favorite turtle. So this book was a no-brainer for me. And I picked it up, at this point, a few years ago, probably about right before the pandemic started, and I got this book for around $90 on eBay. I probably had this book for about a half a year, and then I'd been talking to my LCS, Rad Raptor, shameless plug. So Rad Raptor said that they would send books off to CGC for their customers, and I'd never submitted a magazine book before. So I was like, sure, I'll let you guys take it. I had it pressed and cleaned by Ultimate Comics For You. Check them out on Facebook. That's where I get all of my pressing and cleaning done. Link below. So once the book was pressed and cleaned, I gave it to Rad Raptor, and they shipped it off. And that was November of 2020. And it sat in holding for a long time, which I'm sure a lot of them do. When movement finally started to happen, it was in grading and imaging for about 8 months. And I know what you're gonna say, but that's a magazine book. It's gonna take a little bit of extra time. Hey, and you're probably also asking, hey, did you pay the extra money to get it fast-tracked? The answer is no. This was just a normal shipment. Didn't pay extra for anything. And I know that probably bit me in the ass. All the submissions I'd done for CGC previously, I'd got my books back within 4-5 months. None of that was fast tracking either. But with the pandemic, a lot of things changed. And I'm sure CGC got flooded with a ton of books. But I do have a few issues with their business practices. I am not a fan of the Signature Series books getting priority no matter how they paid for shipping, whether it was fast-tracked or not, getting priority over books that had been sitting there for months and months or even over a year. I knew people that got their Signature Series books back in 3 months. The other thing that really chapped my nips was what CGC did with Bad Idea. They were grading invisible comics, non-existent comics. I guess I don't know what do you want to call it. So CGC teamed up with Bad Idea, and they put labels in normal cases, normal labels, and we're giving grades to just cases as some type of gimmick giveaway. So CGC wanted to focus on doing this gimmick with cases with nothing in it, giving out 10s or 9.8s or 9.6s to empty cases when they could have been taking that time to grade my book that had been there for a year. And I'll be honest, I don't know where that invisible grading case gimmick thing is at the moment, but I knew CGC was getting a lot of backlash when that did happen. So with that out of the way, with me bitching about CGC on that, let's get into the case itself. I'll take close-up images as well, but as I'm looking at it, the case looks rough. It's bigger because it's a magazine book. Those early TMNT books were magazine sized or oversized, whatever you want to call them. This case just feels like trash. I've gotten CBCS books, and my other CGC books, they feel a lot better than this. Just a few minutes ago, like, this thing is loose. I am separating the side from the front, and there is open air coming through. Like, I'm splitting the case right now, and I am hardly even touching it. There's like this huge strip of adhesive all around the case. It looks like maybe like glue or resin, something to keep it closed, but look at this. You can even, it's cracking as I'm touching it. I don't know if you heard that. The top piece of paper where it has the grade and the book is exposed. It's not covered. And the label doesn't fit this case at all. It's so high up, you can't even read where it says CGC. It is literally up here where it says CGC grading. It's literally blocked by the border up here. And the label doesn't even go all the way down. It doesn't fill up this top window at all. I mean, the case is scraped. The book looks bent inside of it, as it looks like it's creasing or dipping. I can't tell if I'm cracking it or resealing it. I mean, it doesn't look professionally done at all. The book itself was graded an 8.5, which I thought was kind of cool because the book came out in 1985, and I'm actually quite surprised with the grade. I mean, for as much black that's on here, the spine is just... there's at least a dozen color breaking ticks on here. The book looks bent. It just looks... I mean, I guess I'll take an 8.5, but do I think it's like the legit grade? I don't think so. I don't know. It's just the case is janky. It's janky. Nothing in here seems like it fits. I guess having no Newton rings is a good thing. Overall, I'm not happy with this. I do not suggest getting your books, your magazine books, graded by CGC. Alright guys, so that was my quick overview of my experience waiting 16 months for one book to come back from CGC. Like I said earlier, would I do it again? Hell no. Do I recommend you guys doing it? Hell no. But hey, it's your books. You do what you want. Let me know in the comments below if you have any CGC nightmare stories. Waiting too long, lost books, damaged cases, whatever. I'm not trying to bash CGC. I just did not have a good experience with this. But I did want to share it with you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Nerds Being Geeks, and check out those other graded videos. And thanks for watching.